Hey you guys, it's your girl Russhana.love, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I did this 2 braid install on my client. And the first thing you want to do after applying your ball cap is take some isopropyl alcohol and just use that in the front of the ball cap. Beforehand I did apply the ball cap obviously, and I did add makeup to the lace. If you guys like to see like a ball cap video, I did a few of them on my channel. So for glue I'm using Ghost Bond, and I just use 3 layers for every install, and I'm just applying it to the front of the ball cap, and then to spread it out I'm going to use an icicle stick. This is how clear the layer before should be before you add your next layer of glue. When the 3rd layer is finished drying, it's now time to just apply your lace. And for applying my lace, I always try to apply the lace a little bit ahead of where the glue stops, because I would prefer to just go back in and add more glue than to have too much glue in front of the hairline. Majority of the time when I'm applying wigs, I always let my clients hold the other side as I'm pulling the opposite side, because sometimes if the glue is still drying, it will cause the side that's already glued down to lift up when you're pulling the other side to glue down. Sometimes I like to take the tail of the comb and just press the lace in a little bit just so it melts some more. And now I'm going to go back in and just cut off some of the excess lace that didn't get glued down. Sometimes I will glue certain parts down, other times I will just cut it off. It's not really any specific method, but I just do it based on my discretion. If I feel like it should be cut off, if I feel like it should be glued down. For the very front of the lace, sometimes it will be glued down, but it will still not be melted. So to give it an extra melt, I like to go in with my Gold Spawn and just apply little dots on the very front and spread it out with my popsicle stick. And don't worry if you're gonna use this. Just know that it's gonna dry clear. It's not gonna see any residue or anything, but just make sure you're not adding too much of the glue. Right here, I'm going back in with some of the eyeshadow color and just blending in the lace some more. When it comes to baby hairs, this is all based on preference of how dramatic or natural you want your edges to be. Obviously, if you want more baby hairs, you will part out more. You will part out more, and if you want a more natural look, you will part out less. When the baby hairs are parted out, I like to go back in with my hot comb to just sleek the hairline some more. Right here, I'm going in with a powder foundation color that's a little bit lighter than my client's skin tone to define the part, which is also based on preference. If you want something that looks a little bit more natural, you will use a color that's similar to the lace, to the client's skin tone, but I like to make my parts really defined, so sometimes I'll go back in with a very light eyeshadow color or powder foundation color. Right now, I'm going to make the part a little wider too, so what I do is I like to part out the hair and just pull it out with my hands instead of using a tweezer, because it's just way faster. You're not going to rip the lace or anything, so don't worry, but this is just what I do because it just makes the process faster instead of using a tweezer and plucking out the hairs one by one. To melt the lace down more, I'm going in with the Eben spray in the black bottle, and I'm going to just secure that with a melting band as I'm wand curling the hair. For the curls, I'm using a very small barrel, and I'm using big sections to get these big wand curls. So before I used to think that I need like the wider barrel for the big curls, but you can use the small one and use big sections of hair, and it will form perfectly and big as you want it. Also, I'm holding the hair for like about 15 seconds, like 5, 10, or 50 seconds. It just depends on how I was feeling in the section. And then I hold it for like about a second or two and then let it drop. And that's really it to the big juicy wand curls, period. to do the braids, I do add jam, like as if I was braiding real hair on like the scalp. So that's how I get my braids to be really sleek. I use jam. And this is not really gonna be like a braid tutorial because I don't really know how to explain how to braid, but I always end up doing stitch braids when I do this because I just feel like if it's not stitch, it's not neat. Like I braid neater when I stitch. So you're gonna see me just prying the hairs out and braiding. This step is optional, and I'm just taking my small skinny flat iron and curling the baby hair so that the sideburns can be curled. To lay my baby hairs, I'm using Gorilla Snot, and for this, I like to use a little bit of Gorilla Snot so that it just flows naturally. And it's really self-explanatory. I don't really know how to explain how to do baby hairs, but you just take like a edge brush and you just comb it back and let it flow how it should be. This is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.